Hello guys, your MCVP of B2C, Madison here again with a really quick tutorial about how to make some simple and easy designs using just Microsoft PowerPoint. So Microsoft PowerPoint obviously is not meant to be a design software, but it certainly makes things a lot easier if you don't have anything like Illustrator or you don't feel too comfortable using Canva. It allows you to do quite a few really cool things. So what we're going to be designing really quickly today is just a very simple like Instagram photo or my suggestion like Facebook photo with the Viaja con un propósito design over top. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is change the slide size. So if you go here to design, all the way over here to the size, you can click custom size and it'll allow you to change the width and the height of your document into anything that you want. So you can also make it, if you're making like a full page flyer or a poster to put in a window somewhere or around on campus, or you want to make like little tiny pamphlets or handouts like the size of a business card, you can change these as well. If you're not sure what the dimensions are, if you just Google the dimensions, it'll pop up and tell you really simply the width and the height. So for this image, I want my image to be a square, just so if I do decide to put it on Instagram later on, it's already a square, pretty simple. So you can see it changed my slide to an even square. I'm going to get rid of these text blocks. So I put here just a white ISEC logo. This is so that I can just quickly grab the ISEC color if I want. So you can change the background to be a solid color if you're creating something that doesn't need a photo in the background, like a quick announcement or some really cool just image that has like some text over top. If you want to quickly grab the like an ISEC color, if you have like the ISEC logo or the Global Entrepreneurs logo, Global Talent logo, etc., you can quickly grab the brand aligned colors just by using this eyedropper tool here. So you can see I went to the paint bucket all the way down to the bottom for eyedropper, and then you can just simply grab it like that, and then suddenly you have like an ISEC aligned background. Okay, so yes, that's that. One thing that you can do if you want to make like those images where they have like the school kind of an outline around and then the ISEC logo at the bottom, that's also very simple to do here as well. You can just go to insert, shape. If you hold down the shift button while you drag the size of your square, it'll stay even on all sizes, no matter where my cursor is, right? So then you don't have to really guess about how big your square size is. So you can change the fill, give it like a white outline, make the weight like a little bit heavy so that it shows up pretty well, and we're gonna make it white. Okay, so then we want to make sure that this area here isn't filled in. PowerPoint doesn't really let you erase, so what I'm going to suggest is you just put in another square. So we're going to go back to insert, but we're going to make the square the same color as the background. So we're just going to make it the ISEC blue using our eyedropper with no outline. And then we're going to send it to the back. To send things to the back, you can just use this like bring forward, send backwards, send to back, but you can also hit Control Shift and then the bracket button, and you can see it'll bring things to the right order. So there we go. And then like you have your little border and you can put some text or information or whatever here. Oops. Okay, so now we're going to make like our image slide. I have here in my folder just a few things that I've pulled out. So if I go to the tutorial folder, Okay, so we're gonna make a post that's like global volunteer. So you can go and get like an EP image or an image of your LC or even a stock photo from somewhere, somewhere pretty simple, and put all of those in here. So I'm just gonna load all of these options and show you how to use those. Okay, so it looks kind of messy just because I've grabbed all of the different logos that I might want to use. I'm going to play around with them to see what looks better. Okay, so you can see here that obviously the photo does not line up with the background. I don't want to make the photo my background because I want to have the freedom to do whatever I want with my image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out a little bit and resize it. If you hold shift and drag, it keeps the dimensions of your photo. So I'm going to drag that to fill here, and then I'll just crop to the background of my image. Okay, so I'll center it, and maybe I want a little less background. So this gives you the freedom to kind of resize and move around to exactly where you want your photo. Okay, so we're just gonna put that right about there in the middle. Okay, and so there you have your background. You want to send that all the way to the back so that everything is on top of it. Okay, so what we can do here is, if we want, we can just very simply put the Global Volunteer for Reduced Inequalities logo right there. We can grab the ISEC logo again from here and just copy and paste down at the bottom, and then suddenly you have like an Instagram worthy image of, you know, global volunteer for the global goals. It has like the ISEC logo, and it's very simple. But you can also do with the Viaja con un propósito over top, just by making a very simple square to go over top. So we're gonna call this like, you know, like the overlay. Okay, so no outline. We don't want an outline around our image. If we go to shape fill, we're gonna pick black because we want our image to be a little bit darker. But then if you go to more fill colors, you'll see here down at the bottom, it gives you a transparency bar. And this lets you choose like how transparent your block is. So normally, depending on how bright or how dark the photo is, I'll do anywhere between 40% and 60%. Since this photo is really, really bright, I'm going to choose 60%. And you can send it behind all your logos and everything. And then we can choose here. And maybe we'll make this really big. And PowerPoint is nice because you'll see this little red line pop up. And that tells me like that the image is in the center. You can also go, like if you double click the image, you'll be able to see like this align button here. So you can choose to align it right in the middle and then the center. So this is how you know the photo is, the logo is right in the center of all of that. Okay. So then we'll have like our little global volunteer logo up here, and there you go. So it's fairly simple. If you decide that you want the people to be a little bit more visible in the photo, you can also go back to crop and move it around again, right? Like you can make it a little bit bigger, or you can go back and make it smaller and kind of just have it barely fill the screen, just depending on what you think is more aesthetically pleasing. So if you're not showing like the faces of the people in the image, it's because you want people to focus on the text. So for example, this one, you want people to focus on the people in the photo, the faces, the images, what's going on, and these are just secondary pieces of information like the logos. Okay, but this one, since the overlay is kind of making the background more obscure, and we have Viaja con un propósito really big, by doing this design, you're saying that the most important thing is this logo. Okay, so that's why for Instagram, I'm suggesting Instagram posts you make of just photos, right? If you do need to add the logo, you can do something as simple as this. Just make sure that if you are putting logos on the images that they are not too close to the edge. So not way down here or way over here. They need to be the proper colors. Same thing for Global Volunteer. It needs to be away from the edges, so you can't put it here. If you don't want to use this one, you can also use like any of the Global Volunteer versions. So you can use like black or the red or the white. Okay. So that's essentially how to make very, very simple image designs. You can do the same thing with A4 pieces of paper, like if you're making posters, flyers, business cards, whatever, and you can use the shapes, the colors, the images, photos, text. Just note that whatever text you use in an ISIC image, so if you were to add text here, it needs to be in some version of Lato, okay? So no decorative fonts are allowed except for the pre-approved ones that are uploaded in the Summer Peak folder. If you go to the B2C network folder, you'll see where you can download the entire Lato font family. So you can see here, like I have a lot of different versions of Lato. We have black, hairline. Normally what I suggest is Lato Light is the #1 go-to. And usually I italicize most things. Just to make it look a little bit more aligned with the international branding. And then anything that's important, like if you want a certain word to stand out, you can make it just a regular Lato version, okay? Or you can make it unitalicized. All right, so yes, that's the gist of using PowerPoint for easy and simple designs. Now all you have to do is save. So you can go here to File, Save As. If you're on a MacBook, it'll be Export, okay? So you can do like as PDF or whatever, but Save As, find somewhere on your computer to save it. So we'll do ours in the tutorial folder. Okay, so make sure you save, like, obviously the PowerPoint presentation so that you can go back and edit it really easily if you need. But you can also go here to save as a JPEG, a PNG. Those are really the only two that you would need to save it as. Unless you're making a flyer, then you could save as a PDF. Okay, so you can save as a JPEG. And here it'll ask you if you want to do all slides or just this one. If you have multiple designs in one PowerPoint, you can hit all slides and it'll save everything as in a folder. Or if you just want the specific slide that you were just on, you can do save just this one and it'll save by itself to the folder. Cool. All right, and yes, that's it. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope you guys feel more confident in being able to use designs. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Cool. Next time.